We're back playing Repentance. I don't know what we're gonna do though. You should probably decide before you hit slash marker what you're gonna do, but what we're not gonna do is Tinted Jacob right off the bat. That's definitely not gonna be on the to-do list. Probably let's not start with Tainted Lost either. You know what? Maybe Tainted Azazel. Maybe it's time for Tainted Azazel. I forget, you know, he's got Weak Laser and Little Shotgun Burp. Weak Laser, Little Shotgun Burp. I'm here to tell you, if you're going, what happened to Variety, Pog my Variety. I was looking at my spreadsheet last night of the stuff that I've played, and honestly, I find that the complaints about a lack of variety, certainly there's less variety, but we did pretty well on variety recently. We did chess last week, we did Siege. Even within Isaac, we did some co-op. We played Rain on My Parade. We played Type Racer. Like, we got some extra stuff going on, man. Like, it's not, we're not just playing Repentance. It's, I mean, it's like probably 85% Repentance, but we're working it. So we played Say No More last Sunday? Yeah, we're still working it through. The sneeze kind of sucks, but also the beam kind of sucks. It's tough. It's tough. Anyway, for anybody that hasn't been following, we did come to an unbelievable realization on Friday. I'm not, the sneeze makes enemies take double damage from the beam? What a world. I had no idea. That's incredible intel. We came to an unbelievable realization lately. The realization, and I'm not gonna put my wife on blast for this. She started doing me, you know, we've got a division of labor thanks to the baby. She started making the cold brew for me when she noticed that the cold brew was out. Very nice gesture. Unfortunately, there was some misinterpretation of the recipe. And we found out on Friday that for the last 6 weeks, essentially, I've been drinking cold brew that was 1/4 the strength of the cold brew that I was used to. And honestly, it was like one of those eureka moments where, like, everything fell into place. There's no denying, I too was like, why am I a little bit more irritable? It doesn't, you know, it feels like I should be a little bit more resilient to stuff than this. Also, why, you know, every morning am I so phlegmy? Like, I was having these, like, these phlegm moments where I was just like, I don't know, I just don't feel, like, quite right. Like, I don't feel sick, I just feel, like, kind of off. And then every symptom essentially lined up with under-caffeination. So we made cold brew with, you know, I hesitate to call it the proper amount of caffeine. Because, you know, of course, for some people in chat, there is no proper amount of caffeine. You have to live your life like CM Punk, otherwise it's invalid. But the caffeine that I had this morning, oh my god. I feel like a new man. This is like the first... It feels like the very first time all over again. Like, I accidentally took a caffeine tolerance break, and I'm like, I'm back. I was... Absolutely, I was like, you know, I'm getting, you know, headaches and stuff like that, and like prior to the proper caffeination, and I was just like, I was getting tired a lot faster. Hold on. I'll take it. I'm not scared. Speed doesn't matter anyway. And people are like, how do you not notice? Well, you don't think about it, right? You're like, did I have my coffee this morning? Yeah, I had my coffee this morning. So why am I feeling like I haven't had my coffee? And then you're like, I don't want to drink too much coffee to, like, you know, try to make it feel right, you know? It's just one of the, when you assume it's sorted, you kind of like, it's like when you're troubleshooting. I'm going to say no to this, by the way. I'm going to try to, maybe we'll do angel deals, which means we shouldn't have gone into it. But it is what it is. Okay, we probably won't take that. But it's like troubleshooting, you know? It's like when you don't think that the problem could be that you haven't reset your modem, then you don't even worry about it, you know? You just... You say that can't possibly be it. It's got to be something else. Hey, Vencia. Thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. It did taste a little different, but it like, it always tastes different. Like every batch of cold brew is like its own beast, you know. So some slight differences in concentration or consistency, you kind of, you know, it's par for the course. Hey there. Oh, thank you. Hello. Yeah, it's you know, it's a microbrew. What's Curse Azazel's thing? He doesn't fly, and his brimstone laser is kind of weak. However, I'm not a huge Epiphora man, honestly. He has this little Sneeze brimstone. Sneeze brimstone does decent damage. And apparently, this is news to me, but it makes enemies take more damage from real brimstone too. So there's a lot to like there. He has no style. He has no grace. This character has a funny face. Oh, you can knock enemies into the wall too. You really think I won't knock you up against the wall? Okay, phrasing on that one. Thanks for nothing, Prism Mike. You got me caught in the bonk hammer. You made me get an accidental bonk. Thanks for nothing. Dude, I gotta tell you, I've got media anecdotes and everything as well. Like, Cade and I watched the first half of the 50 Shades of Grey movie on, well, last night, on Saturday night. I had always heard that that movie was bad. Only by watching it did I realize how actually bad it is. Like, it has some of the worst writing in a movie I've ever experienced in my entire life. Actually, not a terrible movie. Don't care, didn't ask, plus you're horny. Okay, I'm sorry, that we didn't have to go that far. But it is not like just... Like, Twilight is not good. I've only seen New Moon. Twilight is not good. But it's also made for not my demographic, right? It's made for a young adult audience for the most part. So, you know, no sweat. 50 Shades of Grey is definitely made for adults based on the fact that the entire middle third of the movie is just literally like fornication scene after fornication. But it's like so unbelievably badly written. Like it's almost just like it's scary. Like Christian Grey talks like a robot and is like way too forward, and I know you're probably like, I mean, that's the point, it's like, it's a horny thing, but like literally, you know, on the second date that they go on, he's like, yeah, get in my helicopter, where are we going? Oh, don't worry about it. Also, you know, like, I'm gonna take you to a city that, you know, you don't even live in, and then just stay over at my penthouse. I mean, like, they're in love or whatever, so it's okay, but it's written as, like, I would say what a teenager's fantasy of what romance is like. I don't know. As an adult, I was just like, yo, Christian Grey, you know, you can't just take me out of this city on, like, a Thursday. You know, I got work in the morning, like, I got roots, I got, you know, I can't just, go on a surprise. I guess she was a student, but still. Anyway. It's, you can tell it has its roots in fan fiction, let's put it that way. And then, like, I read the synopsis of the sequels, because I was like, I gotta know where this goes, and it's crazy, man. Becomes, like, corporate espionage and kidnapping and stuff like that. It's very strange. Yeah, Christian Grey, come on, I can't leave, Portland, man, my sourdough starter needs to be fed. I'll do it. I regret it. Oh well. Life goes on. Bro, my Scolby! My Scolby's gonna die! Anyway, it's like, yeah, and it wasn't, I don't know, I mean, what do I know, right? Again, this is also not really made for my demographic. I think it's made for, like, horny aunts. But, I was like, I don't know, this guy isn't, he's just kind of, he's a weirdo. Is that the fantasy you have, is getting seduced by, like, the weirdest man on earth? Just once, I would have liked to have, like, heard him be like, you know, like, if Christian Grey just sneezed, like, at one point during the movie, I would have been like, hey, at least he's, like, a normal human being. I was waiting for him to get, like, a nosebleed, but it would be, like, Ridley Scott style, like, alien milk. Like, it's just, it's crazy. He doesn't, he's like Lil Wayne's worst album. He is not a human being. Anyway, we also finished, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. No disrespect. The way I described it in today's Isaac episode, I said, I thought it was okay, but on a Marvel scale, from Thor 2 to Thor Ragnarok, it ends up somewhere around Ant-Man and the Wasp. No spoilers, you know, it just, so parts of it were just like a little half-baked, I guess. And then I was kind of reading like why it might be a little half-baked, and people were like, oh, originally like there was supposed to be like a plot where like they were gonna like genetically engineer like a virus that would eliminate 50% of the world's population in order to like, you know, re-engineer the Thanos snap or something like that. And I was like, okay, that, you know, I can understand why they might have considered it necessary to kind of rework the plot there once COVID started to pick up. Get him! You can get him! You can get him, dude! I didn't get him. Yeah, also, what happened to the boat, man? I'm only watching for the boat at this point. Oh, you got him? Oh, okay, I got him. Yeah, that's what I said. I got him. Easily. There was some cool stuff in it, but I was like, you know, I don't know. I ended up, having watched both of the series now, I'm like, or both of the Marvel, like Disney Plus Marvel series, WandaVision was, left a better taste in my mouth for sure. But, you know, it still wasn't bad. Looking forward to seeing what goes on with Loki. Hopefully it's some kind of like intergalactic heist movie or something. I will say I was laughing at myself. Like, I take myself seriously, but I also have a great ability to mock myself. For example, I'm bald. But like one of my main criticisms that I had about the finale of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, without spoiling anything, is that it was like so on the nose. I was like, come on, you don't need to like just come out and say it like that constantly. And then, you know, like the audience is smart, they can figure it out. And then I realized, like, you know, you're watching a movie, or a TV show, I should say, about like a man with wings who's called the Falcon, and I was like, maybe they do need to come out and say it. You know, maybe this is it's the sort of thing where they don't really do subtext in these sorts of properties, and instead they simply do supertext. I saw Anthony Mackie at a film festival once, and he seemed like kind of a D-hole. Look, I got nothing for or against, and well, no, I have two things against Anthony Mackie, okay? One of them is he was in that Black Mirror episode that made me lose all hope that the series would ever be good ever again. Yes, Striking Vipers, that's correct. And then the other one is in Avengers Endgame, his goatee was weird. That's not meant as an insult, like, to him as a human being. I more just wonder what the heck, like, I don't know if it was wardrobe or whatever, but, like, what they were thinking when they were like, hey, give him this weird beard. It just did not work for his face at all, and I found it very strange. But apart from that, you know, he's an actor. I mean, I don't know, like, I feel like if I were an actor, I don't know if I would necessarily be that nice of a guy either. Like, if you saw me at a film festival or something like that. I just think, like, you know, if you got into it, like, for acting, and then they're like, hey, come out to the red carpet at the Telluride Film Festival. By the way, if you have low blood sugar, like, people will hold it against you and post about it on Reddit for, like, a decade afterwards. You'd be like, man, can I just, like, stay home? I guess it's part of the job, but... Oh, like you're doing right now? Yeah, no, I'm like, I mean, I've never had a fan interaction where I was a dick, for sure. I mean, I'm just like, I'm only an asshole to my friends. You know, to strangers, I'm very polite. Although, you know, if you take too long in the grocery store, I might talk about it afterwards. But, like, I treat strangers politely. I just, you know, occasionally strike too close to the bone on my friends. But then I apologize quickly afterwards. At least the way I, by my standards at least. But still, I don't know, even being like Z-list famous, I guess I'm cognizant of the fact that, like, if you ever had a bad day in public and, like, you know, snapped at somebody, even if, you know, you kind of felt like they deserved it, like, it could become the kind of thing that would be used against you, like, forever. I guess I'm more like, hold on, what posters we got here? Oh, we got the alt path posted. Okay, so we should be actually going for, like, boss rush here, or hush. Okay, so I appreciate that, thank you. It's a good get. Anything after mom would count. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, I feel like this is not going to be the most popular take, but sometimes I'm like, you know, celebrity's a little weird. Not to say that I have experience with, like, Anthony Mackie level celebrity. I've never been in the Hurt Locker, or Striking Vipers for that matter. But it's like, you know, you're an actor, but then, like, your job is not just acting. Your job is also, like, you know, being part of the marketing machine. And being judged for it, I guess. I don't know. I'm not trying to say he's got it hard. It's just kind of it's like a weird ancillary duty to have when you're a celebrity. I'm going for both, man. Why not? I guess, like, the way I'm thinking about it is, like, you know, if you have, like, a good job in public, it's not enough to just be like, or if you have a good job, it's not just enough to be good at the job. You also have to, like, never have a bad day in public. Otherwise, people are like, hey, didn't you realize that, like, the other part of being in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is that even if a fan is being, like, weird to you, you can never snap at them because then it means you're not appreciative of your lot in life. And I'm like, man, I don't know. Maybe he's just kind of like, maybe he's just hungry. Maybe he's a dickhole. Yeah, I don't know. Even if he's a dickhole, you know, or a little impolite or whatever, you know, he's just playing a man with wings. It's not that big of a deal. To me, at least. But, you know, I wasn't the person that that he said, oh, like you're doing right now to. Oh, no. Okay, hold on. This is pretty bad. This changes things. Yeah, maybe he accidentally had 1/4 of the cold brew he was supposed to have. You ever think about that? No one ever considers that. The Emperor. Okay, so we're not going to do boss rush. We might be able to make Hush, but more than that, we should just try to survive to, like, the dark path. And I know we don't have to do alt path. However, I'm going to get the knife just because we've already gotten half of it, you know? We might as well. It's good damage. It's a good familiar. Dude, I didn't know Azazel was this slow, man. Yeah, this is not hard. I mean, we could die, don't get me wrong, but it's not hard. Why do we have, times 1 life. Like, we have Guppy's Collar. Did they rework Guppy's Collar so it's not a question mark anymore? Oh, it's a glitch. Oh, okay. What's BYOBB? What does the B stand for? Bring your own beer. What about the second B? It's a typo. Help me, thank you. There you go. Anyway, that's my thoughts on the anonymous story of Anthony Mackie maybe being a little bit of a dick at a film festival. Suffice it to say, I give him a little, you know, I give him the benefit of the doubt, not knowing the specifics of the story. Huh? Huh? Like you're doing right now? I just want to see what this card is, man. A little bit of a deck. You mind check coins, you little bitch? Yo! Well worth it! I guess it's always the Hanged Man for that? Yeah, that makes sense. So he gets a pass because he puts on some weird wings on TV? No, it's more like, I guess it's less of a pass and more of like the idea that, you know, if you see someone being an a-hole in public and they're not an actor, you don't go like, oh, I saw this dentist being a butthole. You just go, hey, I saw, you know, someone was having a bad day in public. If anything, I'm just saying, you know, you treat them like the same way you would treat somebody else having a bad day. You make fun of them, you know, behind their back. Okay, so we're just going straight there. We're probably not making Hush either, but... Yeah, that's the other thing. I mean, again, without knowing the story... I'm not saying there's no times that, you know, celebrities, like, snap on people in public. Like, I think we've all heard, well, and by all, I mean me, 5,000 times, which is approximately 1 per capita. The Alec Baldwin's voicemail, where he yells at his own, like, 12-year-old daughter and calls her a little bitch, you know? That one definitely comes across as some heavy weirdo energy. That being said, there are some times where I'm sure, like, you know, some of the stories of celebrities behaving badly in public, I bet is actually, like, the person that, like, is telling the story came across, like, a little weird, you know, like, they were just, like, hanging out with their kids at, like, a baseball game or something like that, and then they were like, oh, George Clooney, do you have anything to say about, Batman? Do you have anything to say? Remember when you were in that terrible Batman movie? What do you think about that? And you're probably like, hey, man, just, like... Just trying to watch my kid play baseball or something here. I mean, this is a perfect straw man. This situation, I literally just made it up in my head, but... There is the great story, though, about, it was like, have you ever had... I saw it on Reddit. Have you ever had an interaction with a celebrity? And then it was, this guy was like, yeah, I was at this gym at, like, 5 a.m. in Los Angeles, and it was just me. And then, wouldn't you know it, John Travolta came in and started making, like, conversation with me and, you know, asking to spot me and stuff like that. And everyone was like, dude, I don't think John Travolta was there to work out, man. Like, not that there's anything wrong with that, but I don't think he came in to get his reps in. I think he was there for an alternative purpose. Which, again, is fine, but it's just that the guy had no idea, and then he had a picture with John Travolta as well. It's so good. Yeah, it's like, hey, buddy, I think John Travolta has a gym at home, to be honest with you. Hello, Sinvicta. Hello. Okay. Tank depths too. We're good. Why was John Travolta there? It would be irresponsible to speculate. Bill Murray once came up to me and stole one of my French fries, and then he said, "Nobody will ever believe you." Yeah, no, okay, we've all heard this. We've all heard the story. We've all heard the story about Bill Murray. I got on the elevator with Bill Murray, and he got off on the 5th floor, and then before he got off, he hit every button on the elevator and said, "No one will ever believe you." Okay, let's go Dark Path, as always now. No, thank you. Oh, you mean like you're doing right now? What's the other copy pasta? The one that's like, fine, I'm not hungry anyway? Bill Murray, I don't know. He seems... Look, it's tough, right? I think that when you're 25 and worried about the fact that you're going to change into like a responsible adult when you get older, the idea of, you know, being Bill Murray at age 70 is kind of inspiring, right? He's going to South by Southwest, and, you know, getting behind the bar and making the drinks and stuff like that. And no matter what people order, he just gives them like a shot of tequila or something like that. You know, it sounds cool, but also, like, I feel like if my grandpa was like, if I heard that story about my grandpa, I'd be like, are you like spiraling right now? Are you okay? Like, do you need to talk to somebody? It's just, I mean, it's kind of cool, maybe, and dare I suggest maybe even a little based, but also, like, it could be like a cry for help as well. I don't know. I don't really want to, and it's fine if you want to be like that at 70. I don't really want to be like that at 70. I want to wear, like, you know, I want to wear windbreakers and shorts and, like, go on walks every day and, like, you know, just be kind of like boring, I guess, that's what I want at 70. Yeah, I want to, dude, honestly, like, the older I get, the more that the idea of, like, those, not a retirement home that's like a nursing home, but a retirement home that's just kind of like a cool community for, like, you know, for seniors. It sounds kind of fun, right? Lawn bowling, like, you can't do lawn bowling, like, without an excuse until you enter your 70s. You know, we're in the middle of COVID right now. There's this, there's a hot button issue in Vancouver. You know what it is? There's a park in Port Moody, which is a suburb outside of Vancouver. It's its own city. I guess it's not a suburb, but and there's a tennis court. People are mad because instead of playing tennis at the tennis court, there's some senior citizens there playing pickleball, and I guess pickleball is like a lot louder than tennis. Like the ball makes a much more annoying smacking sound or something like that. And I'm like, dude, these sounds like the kind of problems that, like, I want to have when I'm 70. I want to be, like, complaining to Kate. I want to be like, why the heck, you know, they just let us play pickleball. What's the problem, you know? Or I want to be like, how dare they play pickleball? I mean, I'm not saying you can't play pickleball, but, like, why so loud, you know? Like, I want to be on either side of that debate, man. That's in, you know, they're living in like a different world with fake problems. It sounds kind of nice, honestly. Womb 2. Oh, we're gonna make Hush. Okay. What side are you on? I don't know. Like, I mean, the obvious choice to begin with is who cares, but I'll admit I don't actually know, like, I don't actually know how loud pickleball is, so I couldn't hypothesize, but you know, if it's insanely loud and there's like, you know, the court is right next to your house or something like that, then I can understand why you would feel annoyed that it disturbs the peace a little bit. But my hunch is that I'd be like, hey, you know, when you live in a place that has a large amount of population, please sneeze on them, thank you. You gotta, you know, accept that sometimes you're gonna hear noise. You know, that's when you get the good parts of a metropolitan area. You gotta accept the bad parts as well. Did he say he liked it? What were we talking? Are you talking about 50 Shades of Grey, Kate? He said it was really bad. So this is very well, I mean, it's not really bonk. It's almost like anti-bonk. Let's see how this works. But, oh god, it's horrible. Maybe wait, it's awesome. I don't know. I don't know. I had to go to bed, but Kate stayed up and watched a little more. And then when she came to bed, she said, and this is, you know, if you're watching with a young crowd out there, you might want to cover their ears temporarily. But she came to bed and said, what's vaginal fisting? And I said, you know, it's exactly what it sounds like. And then she was like, no. And I was like, yeah, I think, you know. I don't know the specifics of it, but I'm pretty sure, you know, it's one of those things that's eponymously named. It's named after itself. Okay, so I got a hunch with Pop here, okay? What if we could just create a staggering amount of eyeballs, all in roughly the same location, and then we run in here and just stand, like, right there. You know what I mean? It kind of seems to work. You might have to move the shot, like, off of them and then back on or something. Or they can only get hit by one of them. I don't know, man. Or, like, they can only get hit by each one time or something. It's kind of working. Dude, we're also getting saved with invincibility. So we're gonna die. We're gonna die. But on the other hand, this is also, like, I take a great amount of pride in knowing that we're, like, one of the few streamers who's truly lived. You know? Okay, I shouldn't be standing there. It's actually, like, kind of almost working. It's a weird one, for sure. This isn't living. There's more to living than only surviving, Sydney. I'm not there, but I'm still trying. If you feel something, I don't know the rest of the words in this song. It's called Staring at the Sun. Oh, it's by The Offspring. It's track 3 on Americana, the same album that has Pretty Fly for a White Guy. And Why Don't You Get a Job? Yo, you're not wrong. What if I could sneeze him first? How does he know the track number? Dude, I went on a road trip. This is a real kids these days moment, so I apologize. I went on a road trip with my grandparents to Nova Scotia. You know, it was like a 4-day drive or something like that. In order to entertain me, they took me to Walmart and they said, you can buy 1 CD. It was just me, my Discman, 1 CD, and an infinite supply of AA batteries to keep me going. And I just listened to Staring at the Sun, or I listened to Americana the whole time. As I know every song on the album, like, beat for beat. In the scheme of life, we're all just brothers. Rehabilitate with all the others. Will I see you? It's like, and I don't even like that album. This is still very spicy, for the record. So we got to keep moving. It is doing a lot of damage. The shots are really whipping around now, huh? Gotta get in there, though. Thank you, knife piece. No, 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 no. Well, I don't even know what hit me, dude. This is probably the end. I'm in the zone. Don't touch me. Honestly, just kill me. There was a good try. I'm not upset by that one. That was a fun run, a good effort, and I keep a smile on my face. Slash marker, pop ruins another one.